We're just being extra.
All right. So, episode 2.
Episode 2. We
Really?
made it.
I'm so happy. I'm not going to lie.
Season 2.
How you chiming in already? We got a chatty.
We got you. I ain't going to lie, though. I feel like I'm getting the dust, knocked off me. The
That
nerves.
sounds crazy, by the way.
I'm trying to get the
Them
dust knocked off me
cobwebs,
eventually. Okay.
Mhm.
I need to get them knocked off me well. But we'll talk about that a little bit more.
I support you.
I need some of that. Well, hey, if you're just listening, welcome to the Just Extra podcast, brought to you by the Shannon Walker Library. So this is the Just Extra podcast with Jackie and Erica. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Erica. I'm cracking up. I'm like, brought to you by the Shannon Walker Library. Are they going to sponsor the podcast? I mean,
No.
they are giving us this space for free, $99. So I guess I appreciate that.
What I will say that the presentation that I went to with learning about the library and the space, knowing that there's not that many technology-centered spaces out here, and I think that's going to be the thing that bring people back to the library, and I do think that's important. But don't use my time, okay? Don't come up here and book up all the space because you need a little time, okay?
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Well, catch us up, Jack. What's going on with you?
I'm tired.
Oh.
So, I talked about it, I'm doing the nursing thing. I am tired. I just switched over to night shift. So night shift is a whole nother beast in itself. But can I tell you, that is a beast I would like to pet all day, because day shift, I don't know, get out my face, get the phones away from me. I just like chilling with my patients and going and like just vibing out and also, I do think that my life could be a little bit more balanced with night shift, because it's crazy. I got to get up. If I'm working day shift, that means I gotta get up at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. just to be there by 6:45 a.m. And I'm there until like 8 o'clock at night. Between those two times, don't nobody want to talk to me? Like, who wants to call? Who am I going to pick up and talk to at like 4 a.m.? Ain't nobody going to pick up. Y'all sleep. Maybe Erlene's, sending something on Instagram because she be up at the ass crack of dawn sometimes, and Dolphin. But like,
Not me.
when I'm getting up at like 4 p.m., everybody's kind of like winding down for the day. They want to go home. I could get on the phone, hop on the phone real quick, like, hey, let's talk. And when I get off in the morning, everybody's getting ready to start their day. So they're just like, hey, Jackie, what's going on? Like, I feel like I have more time to do stuff. And then there's like that 8 to 10:30 a.m. time I could just do whatever. All the stores are open. I can go grab food, do whatever I want to do, and then go to sleep. Now, the thing is, it's the sleep part. I need blackout curtains. I bought them already, but I have to get them installed. So that's the next step for me. But night shift is like a whole thing. Like, it's just a vibe. Like, you walk in, everybody's leaving out, everybody's going to sleep. Just, everyone's freshly popped melatonin, everyone's going to bed, they have procedures in the morning. You need to get your sleep, okay? Now, I will say, hotels are not, let me reverse that. Hospitals are not hotels. So you're not probably going to get the best sleep of your life, because I'm going to wake you up at 4 a.m. to get your labs drawn. Speaking of which, I'm doing better at drawing labs. So I'm looking into, I don't know why I have this new obsession with needles. Now, I'm like, I really want to like learn my injections, learn how to do certain things, because who knows, maybe I'll get into aesthetics, make a bag that way. This one girl, she does aesthetics on the side. And I'm like, damn, girl, you're making a bag. Like, I'm trying to, everybody wants to be Botox and zooted up. You know me, I'm going to be on that way too. But if I know what I'm doing, who knows? Like, I don't know. I'm just feeling my way, and there's just so many things. I'm just really enjoying it. I love night shift now. Like, it just fits my personality. I'm a type B personality. You know this, Erica. This is why we are opposites, but opposites attract, because at the end of the day, I can be on my own time. I ain't gonna be like that. Day shift is like
your own time.
Yes, day shift is very type A. Okay, I can't. I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
And the night shift crew is chill too. Like, they just vibe, cool people. They just want to get their chairs, get their little computer, get their little coffee, and we ain't got to talk. We ain't got to talk too much. We can have a little fun, but there's no fun during the day. It's just all go, go, go. Managers there. You got to be on top of shit. It's just too much. But
I can appreciate that. No, I can't appreciate that, because I literally can't stand anybody telling me what to do, breathing down my neck and all that. And so I appreciate when them hoes is gone and not really caring. Like when my manager is on vacation, which I don't have anymore because I am unemployed, but when she was on vacation and I was employed, those be the best times. Like,
I know you was like, well, my manager is on vacation, so when am I going? Let's do a happy hour. Like I can leave early. Like how's
hello,
that? I can
hello,
fit in a yoga session.
hello. 1,000%, 1,000%. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Everybody, I like to chill. Okay, a lot of people like chilling. So I know you're not chilling, but I like a soft life, easier options. So I can understand why the night shift could be less up. It's just literally the time of day
It's bad.
that I'm
It's
like, oh my god. So
luckily I already love coffee, so
yes, we'll just work on brands for you. Okay, approved brands.
oh yeah. They have a drive-through.
Stop. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. Thanks for being here during the day, up in the atom. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
For me, so yeah, I think even my older sister made a comment. She was like, "What do you even have to do anymore?" Well, I would like you all to know that I am not on vacation. Okay. I am not on vacation. And I was not literally on vacation when I went to see my mom. So my mom is here and we'll definitely chat about it.
Hi.
Yeah,
She's nervous. Are you nervous?
of course.
Of course. Don't
I love
be
it.
nervous. You're just having a conversation with me and your daughter's friends.
Mhm.
That's all it is.
No problem.
So yeah, I was not on vacation, although I went to go see my mom. We went to North Carolina, Charlotte, where she lives, because my mom got her hip replaced. Okay. And I've been thinking to myself, after this all happened, that like, again, alignment in timing, because there's absolutely no way that I would have been working
Girl.
and helping or doing whatever we were doing, which was a lot. Okay.
You see how that works out?
I know, but I'm also just like, can I get a check now? That would be great. But yeah, no, I went to North Carolina because my mom got her hip replaced. She's also a nurse, so y'all can bond over that ish.
Love the night shift too.
Yes, she was over here like nodding her head, like absolutely. But yeah, my mom got her hip replaced because she was struggling, okay, with the standing and the walking and the all the things. And she loves to go, 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 go. Okay, honey. So she needed that new hip. Okay. And so she, went under. And so I was there to help with the recovery because you said you couldn't be driving and all this other stuff. And so I want to make sure that she has some support. So went to
Thank
good
you.
old Charlotte to help.
Thank you.
Yeah, and my older sister went the first week,
Mhm.
and then I met her out there, and we overlapped like a couple of days, 5 days or whatever, and then I stayed for a total of like 10 days, right? So we got you through your first 3 weeks.
And so now I'm here in Houston
Mm-hmm.
with my middle child, middle C.
Yes.
Anyway, they call her mini me anyway.
Yes.
But,
Because her name is Cecilia. So welcome.
oh yes, her name is Cecilia.
Would you like us to call you like Miss Cecilia or like is there a name?
Now at work they call me Mama C.
Oh, Mama C.
Can you believe that?
I see.
Well, you are a mama,
Yeah,
and your name does start with C.
yeah,
So I could see how they got that.
yeah. I like it though.
Yeah.
It's
Does it make you feel
I
old?
wish I could press that button.
Oh.
What button?
The sound effects.
Oh.
Mama C.
I missed it. I'll have to listen to it back. I missed the joke.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Listen
Did
to
I
us on
do
Spotify.
something?
No.
Oh.
Maybe, probably. You probably did say something. And it
You
went
have
over
a
my
vibe
head.
to you. You have a natural like vibe about yourself, and I just love your aura. It's just so like, hey, how
And
you
that's
doing?
why they call me Mama C, because I like to take care of people, even at work. Mama C, what you got to eat? Because, at night shift, there's not a lot of pickings to
Everything's
eat.
closed. It was just
Right. So, and then I'm a fan of let's make a deal those days. So I usually have everything in my bag. Whatever they ask for, I got it.
Yeah, mostly because she's a hoarder and has problems. Love you very much. I do. But she do. She got a lot of things in that bag. Okay. She Mary Poppins up in this beat. Okay. And mostly because I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about it. Some trauma. I feel it because I just like you don't need to keep every single equal packet that has ever crossed your space.
And I keep those because sometimes in these facilities, like you're talking about, they don't have everything. So I make sure I have that because when I crush the medicines and give it to them, I believe in just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. So therefore, especially when it's crushed, if you ever taste crushed medicine,
I barely can swallow it shit whole,
so I
so
put the equal in there because they could be a diabetic.
mm.
So you don't want the real sugar.
Okay.
So I try to do the
Teach me
substitute.
something, cause I'll just grab a little spoonful of pudding, like, open
Yeah,
up.
right, right. Put in and applesauce they have, and even their applesauce isn't that great. So just a little
I
bit.
barely wanna drink the water there, so that's just that's just me, okay?
Maybe we should get in. I know I'm supposed to do like a catch up or whatever, but I feel like maybe we should just get into the questions.
Oh, you'd like to ask me something?
Yeah, yes, of course. We're going to
Oh,
be asking you a lot of things
oh,
over the course of the next 50 or so minutes. So we are, I don't know, I guess we are going to use some cards from the Cocktails Dirty Discussions podcast. They came up with a card game called I'm Curious to Know. And there's a lot of different questions in here. If you've ever heard their podcast, they talk about relationships, sex, dating, all the things. So there's a variety of questions in here. And we have pulled a couple just to ask you and get to know you.
Mama, see,
Yeah, yeah.
Mama will help you.
Thank you. These are questions about you, though. So,
Oh,
yeah, questions for
okay.
you to answer. Jack, you want to ask the first one?
Well, we'll keep it light. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? Because you
Oh,
are a traveler.
I love to travel. I've been to just about all the continents except which one?
No, I'm going to go with Antarctica.
Yeah, I haven't been to Antarctica. So, where is Fiji and Bali and Maldives?
I'm going to go with Asia.
I think that's like South Asia, like,
So those are places I would like to go, but I
oh,
heard it costs a lot of money to go to those places.
it
So,
costs a lot of money, but once you get there,
oh, honey, I've been to Dubai and those nice expensive shops they have. So I figure I could make my way those other places.
you can finesse.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. I feel like it's so also the accent. You're a New Yorker. OG.
It's not one place I would like
I
to
know,
go, but I
but
like New York to visit.
I'm just saying it to say that like you can make things happen for yourself. That's that
Oh, yeah.
attitude.
New York.
Oh, yeah.
And you
Okay.
And Chicago too.
Absolutely, baby.
yeah.
That's
Metropolitan
why you
cities.
girls are doing such a great job.
Oh,
I'm so happy for you
thank
all.
you.
Aw, thank
Yes.
you.
Have no fear.
Yes.
Ooh, try not
God
to.
is near and here. So it'll be
Beautiful.
okay.
Well, we're going to have everybody sees the topic of the podcast, the name of the episode. So I'm going to dive into a relationship question.
Right.
What are 3 non-negotiables you have when dating?
Wow.
Wow. Do you have any?
I didn't.
I know.
Oh, oh my.
I didn't until now, today,
Okay. Okay.
because I'm a product of abuse, not from my mom, but my dad.
Mm.
So I've been in abusive households, I guess. So, and even with my first husband, that ended up in abuse. And I should have learned from that one because I went to class to learn about abusers,
Mm.
how to recognize them, whether it be physical, emotional, financial, verbal, and one more, which might be spiritual. I don't know. It's one or more, something like that. And when you recognize the red flags, they even told us to run when you see one red flag. But I didn't do that. I went into another relationship that had a red flag. And that one was more serious because in my first relationship, I got 3 beautiful daughters. I'm so happy. Not happy I had to pay child support, but so happy that we have a relationship now.
Mm.
And the second one was more physical abuse where I almost died. I hated
Oh.
that relationship. Can you imagine getting beat up every day almost? Going to work with black eyes and stuff. And I thought people wore sunglasses because, you know, they had black eyes. I
Mhm.
didn't know your eyes really hurt.
Oh.
My eyes was really hurting. And I'm a nurse, like you said, so I need my vision.
Yeah.
When
I didn't know you were getting beat up every day.
well, almost. It seemed like almost every day, because
Dang.
then my coworkers was like, "Cece, how long are you gonna put up with this?" Well, until you die, I guess. I almost died. So my baby sister, she came for me after I went to the police department, like my coworkers told me to.
Okay.
And I had to, have him arrested. And while he was gone, I fled with my little sister to North Carolina, and I live there now. Then I met number 3. So I had the financial abuse from my first husband, the physical abuse from my second husband, and then this last third relationship, which I was in for 16 years, felt like the third husband. That one was verbal
Mm.
abuse.
It's crazy because abuse, it doesn't show up right away. It's always so insidious. First, they'll start off with a little jab and then heavier jab, and then before you know it, like
It's
you're
a
across the
knockout.
room. Yeah. So it's I mean, I've been in some like abusive situations myself. And I just kind of I relate to that because I didn't know I was in it until I was looking up. And I'm like, why can't I just get up and walk away? Because you're like intertwined in it every day. And it just seems like a regular part of life until somebody steps up and say, look at you. Like you're a shell of yourself.
Right. And that happens. So now that it's come to this stage in my life, I was trying to figure out the remedy, how to get rid of it. So I may need counseling. My daughters are helping me because, like my sister says, you'll get caught back up in the web. You like a spider, you're trying to get
Hmm.
out, but they know how to
Yep.
pull you back in. So I'm
So,
trying to get out.
yeah. So, have you been thinking about like what you would expect in your like next relationship, or like what are
Yeah,
those
those
deal breakers?
things. Ugh, I don't see you. And they, like you said, they start out nice. And you think you want someone to help you financially, but I've already had that,
Yeah.
and
Come on.
so it's like, what do? You just wait for God. And I thought God sent me my last one, but I just don't know. I just have to pray and let whatever happens, happens, and know the signs. And this time, pay attention and don't carry it on and on and on. Because once you see it, you know
Mhm.
it don't get better. It
No.
gets worse.
I think she has some similarities to you, Jack, at least that you have expressed in regards to like your people pleasing tendencies. And I
Mhm.
mean, I guess I have them too, but I sometimes don't see them.
I I want to explore like where does your people pleasing lie at? Mine's come from like I mean I think it all comes down to like validation and acceptance. I was told growing up I was selfish, and I'm like overdoing things to show I'm not a selfish person. When in reality I had to sit back and think like at the end of the day you're upset because I didn't want to do what you wanted me to do. And that's why you called me selfish. So now I'm over here, gotta reroute my whole life, rewire everything to really like figure out like, what do you like? Where are my boundaries?
Hmm.
Because I didn't have none, you know, because I was trying to show that I wasn't a bad person.
And I feel like similar too, because I feel like I have been trying to prove that I'm worthy of being loved. Like, so I'm like, yeah, of course you should love me. Like, I don't understand why these people who are supposed to be parents of mine, I'm not necessarily talking about you, are supposed to love me, but like aren't. So I think when I'm in my like, oh, bag, I think it probably comes from that of like, I'm trying to show you through like my behaviors and like whatever that like, oh yeah, I'm worthy of being loved. Right. So I think
Mhm.
that's where my people pleasing tendencies, I think, come into place, or come from. Yeah.
And
Okay.
mine come from my background, which has always been in the people business. I've always had sales as my background. So you got to get along with people, make them like
Yes.
you to get the money from them.
Mhm.
So I've always been, like you said, a people pleaser, liking people. And so it can get you in trouble, I guess, if they take it too far. They may
Mhm.
mean it to be something else.
'Cause they will. Some people will see an opportunity and just roll with it.
Mhm.
And it's sad because, you're a nurturing person. And that's the type that people go. They're not going for the person that's gonna ain't gonna deal with their BS. They're gonna go with the person that's sweet, that's nice, that's just like, oh, I can just, I could just,
Manipulate her,
yeah, it's just like,
abuse
I can
her,
mold this. And
mold her.
it's sad because then it hardens you. And, I don't want to be a bitter person. And, I could see no matter what, you've still kept this light about you still. And I really
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, because child, the shell, okay, because we can turn into a real beast over here. But I'm trying not to do that.
No, I try to let my light shine, the God in me,
Mhm.
because the God in me is what greets the God in you. And I try to see the good in everyone. I don't try and look for the bad. So, when they say let your light shine, I be letting it shine.
It's a bar.
She's so cute.
Right.
Should we do another question or
Okay, let's get a little spicy
okay?
now. Like, do you have a specific type? Describe him or her in detail.
No.
Yeah.
No, it used to be. I don't know because different stages in my life
Mm-hmm.
have been different, you know,
Types.
You like him ugly?
mugly.
You like him ugly?
Oh, no, no, no,
Ugly
no.
is a word too.
Yeah.
Ugly is definitely out. My second husband was ugly, and I think he put roots on me.
Mm.
Yes. I
Like,
really, because he's not my type at all. He was too dark, and I like him light.
yeah. Oh, Erica.
Wow.
I see where you get it from.
Treated.
Right. I did. So I liked them light or damn near white, as they say.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the lighter the better. But a little cream.
The
Still
cream of the
black.
coffee. Cream of the coffee.
Right, exactly. And so that's a first attraction, the physical attraction.
Uh-huh.
They got a nice physique. I love the legs and the arms, and the smile
I love a
and the
good back.
eyes, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Then the package is definitely there. So
You say it.
that's how I kind of, and then I've been known as a cougar.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
wait a minute.
that was my age. That was the next question.
yeah, because my first husband, your father, 5 years younger than me. The second guy was almost like 10 years younger than me. And then this last one, I was 3 months older than him.
I'm screwed.
3 to 4 months. Yeah, not that much difference. So I really thought he was, ideal instead of going for the cougar, you know.
Hmm.
And
So
he's
what?
kind of light, but okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Boo. Okay. What's the big? You just already said it. Well, you said for your husband. So what is the biggest age gap?
The biggest age gap?
Yeah,
Yeah, that you've had. Not doesn't have to be like.
You have to date
It
him.
was almost, oh, I didn't.
You didn't have to date him. What's the youngest you've done?
Probably, I want to say almost 20 years.
I know that's right.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
That's beautiful.
It was just fun.
Yep.
I know that's
Because
what.
now
That's a
me
great
and
time.
his mother is good friends.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
And she's younger than me.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
wait.
know that's
Hold
right.
up. I don't know what the math is.
The math ain't mathing.
Right.
That's what I say.
I'm like, how he 20 years younger? But the mama is also younger. So that could have been like your sister or something, right? Like the mama could have been like a younger sister. All right.
Yes.
Nice. Beautiful. Good for you.
Uh-huh.
I support you.
That was just fun.
I love
I'm
fun.
with that.
I know that wasn't gonna last. That was just, thrills.
Yeah,
Look,
I have
look.
thrills as well. So, all right. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. That was a lovely card game from the Cocktails Dirty Discussion podcast members. What are their names? Kiki and Medina. They have this card game called I'm Curious to Know. Check it out. Perfect. So yes, we're really going to get into it. Okay. We've already started talking about, dating and relationships specifically for you. But I literally am like, I feel like we should, if you feel comfortable, recapping this crazy time that we have had for your recovery with the last homeboy.
I was really looking forward to a great recovery because I had told him he first was against the hip replacement. I said, honey, I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of walking like a duck. And I can't open my legs for you. So therefore,
A selling point.
yeah,
It
that
was
was a selling point.
when it
He
actually
said,
impacts
Like, you know
him.
what? I can't bend your legs.
Is that not a first flag?
God.
It's not a first flag because we're 16 years deep, but that was a flag again. But continue.
So I got my hip replaced.
Yay.
So that was good.
I'm happy. I'm happy for your independence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of independence, I wanted to remain independent. So I wanted to get my cards,
Your affairs in
my
order.
affairs in order.
Mhm.
So I've been wanting to do a will and power attorney, healthcare power attorney, all the things that you need when you go have surgery. Because, honey, there's no guarantee you're
No
going to
guarantee.
wake up. So I wanted to do that. So I did that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but
Okay.
our dear friend had a problem
Okay.
with that.
Yeah, he had a problem because
He
said-
wasn't on it.
Yeah, he wasn't in the will. He wasn't on the power of attorney, stuff like that. He said he wasted 16 years of his life. I'm like,
Well, my thing is,
You weren't
y'all already been
actually-
married, so it's like if you really cared about, your place in my life, you would have married me.
Also, you weren't contributing the first 15 years because you're unemployed. So this 16th year is your first employed year. But you think she's supposed to give you the house? What did
Now-
you give her over 15 years?
and we've been, doing
question.
things lately together because we were married in a sense. We've been together that long. Common law
Yeah.
is 7 years. So I said, we already done passed common law twice. So we're married. It's okay. He didn't want to lose his benefits because at the time, like she said, he wasn't working. So he been on disability. So
Mhm.
he didn't want to lose none of all those. North Carolina, you can't have no money. So you didn't want to lose any of those benefits. And then me, I definitely didn't want to give up any of my benefits.
So, I have a question. What was he doing? What was he providing you during this time when he wasn't financially providing? Was he picking around? Like what? Like
I just thought he was an all around good guy. He was like also sort of like a mama's boy, but not a mama's boy. He loved his mom. So his mom's 89 now. So he was like her caregiver or caretaker or help her with her needs and wants and contributing to her house and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, and when you don't have a lot of money, I say, honey, it's okay. Take care of mom. I would want anybody take care of their mom.
Mhm.
You only
Yeah.
have one. So that's why I'm not a gold digger. I could take care of myself, so I don't need you financially. He's a spiritual person. He's been in the church, working as from a deacon to an elder, pastor, armor bearer, sing in the choir, do anything that you can to help. And he's a handyman.
Mm.
So he fixes stuff and help people with their things. He's a professional painter. So those kind of things. And he's not bad on the eye because he's good looking to me, you know.
Okay.
So therefore, he brought that kind of stuff to the table.
Interesting. You can't be a handyman and like never finish any of the projects you start. It's so interesting to me. I don't know how
Okay.
handy you become if you're leaving things half done
Mm.
in the home. It's very interesting. And you don't have a job, so you should probably finish this one. So yeah, anyway, so okay. So you would think that somebody who's in the church and you have a deep relationship with would care for you through your recovery. But where has he been?
I don't know what happened because,
We already talked about it. You
Right.
weren't on the wheel and you got upset.
right, he did
Okay.
get upset about that. But I thought that was okay because I don't know why I thought it was okay.
Because you're not getting anything from him. So why would he be upset when you say you're not going to get anything from me? Anyway,
You
so
know what's funny? Guys feel the same way about women that have been their lives and they don't provide anything like quote unquote financially. But it's just like, okay, you're in the house, you're providing me good company, and we're together. All right, let me take care of you if something happens to me, you know? And, in this instance, it's like, all right, he provided good company for all this time. And then he just felt like, okay, so am I just chopped liver? Like, I guess I could get that and understand that, but at the end of the day, like, tough titty, because like at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know. Everyone has their own personal
And you're right.
choices.
I can relate to that because when I got divorced, father's rights was a big deal.
Mm.
And you're used to the woman getting the children. And then all of a sudden, fathers have rights. They got the children. So, in this respect, like you said, it's normal for a guy to take care of you. And so he's going to leave everything to you.
Mhm.
That's the norm. But fast forward to 2024, that ain't the norm no more.
Mm.
We women have rights and powers too. So if I don't want to leave nothing to you, then I shouldn't have to.
Mm.
But it's all, I guess.
anyway, he showed his behind based off of this information because he didn't once come and visit her. Didn't
Mm.
once, but felt like what would be actually more appropriate is for me to come over and exchange the cars.
Because
And
I bought him a truck in
yeah,
so many words. I traded
Oh,
my
that's enough, baby. Like you got the car.
I
Like,
G'd it.
like
Exactly.
so. Okay.
I traded my Jeep in. He got this nice
you had
Ram
15 years for
truck.
free. What are we talking about?
And so he could have the truck. And he got me, instead of my Jeep, he got me a Mazda. So, I mean, I was grateful.
It wasn't her ideal car, but she appreciated it. That's
Mm.
beautiful. Anyway, he came and swapped the vehicles. Okay. So
The night of the surgery.
the night of the surgery, didn't come in, didn't say hi, didn't speak, didn't have just I'm gonna exchange the cars. And my sister and my mom are there, and she walks out, and I guess confused.
Yeah.
Where is our vehicle? Lo and behold, a big old Ram that we are not familiar with driving is now our responsibility to drive as a
Mm.
vehicle to care for our mother.
Mm.
Interesting.
And while they were caring for me, we had some unwanted visitors called bugs that I didn't like,
Mm.
and my girls didn't like.
Because he didn't finish a project. He was supposed to be remodeling the floors, making them from carpet or tile or whatever to hardwood floors. And so for 2 years, the floors have been unfinished.
Oh.
And therefore, floors, ceilings, walls are all very important parts of a home to protect you from outside elements.
Yes.
So we were letting outside elements come inside from someone who doesn't have a job, who could have just finished a job. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it's not your home. You're living here with a woman who has only loved and cared for you and accepted you into this space.
Mhm.
So it would be great if you could maybe keep your word and do what you say you're going to do, especially because it's been 2 years. Should I say that again? that this was undone.
That's so bad. Like, just finish the thing. Like,
You're not working.
That's the thing. And this is why I said it's important to like pay people sometimes, but like when you're doing something off of a favor, everybody feels like they could do it on their own time. So it's just like, oh, this is something I'm just doing. So I'm gonna take my time with this versus like, all right, we got this stuff going, we have this assigned due date, or this, that, and the other. You're gonna come through, shake hands, and we do it. Versus like, all right, yeah, I got you. I just got you when I got you.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't have to dwell.
Yeah. And we have a ton of things like, there's just so much to this story.
like, okay.
But there was just a lot. Anyway, we asked him to get him his stuff so we could do what we needed to do in the home. He had an issue with us trying to take care of the home. He had an issue with everything, actually. And so we just had to ask you, okay, if you don't want any of the fumigation fumes to touch any of your belongings, come through and remove them. And so he had ample time, 2 weeks or so, to get all his stuff. He had enough time to change the cars out, throw a hissy fit, but he could not actually collect all of his items. So he, of course, the day after we had really kind of finished doing everything, he was like, where are my items, my books that I feel like are very important? He thought that this was an appropriate time to make a 4 a.m. phone call with something very important to discuss with her, which is not, how are you doing? How are you healing? It is, where are my books that you had time to come and get? So I, being me, at 4:00 in the morning, and she's trying to talk to him like, I don't know, like they are upstairs doing whatever they're doing. I can't go up the stairs to check on them. I just decided to take that phone and I said, hey, 90% chance I threw them away, and hung up. Then I turned her phone off. Now, this man, because he's finally had some ability to do something with his life since he got a little bit of employment, my mom was like, oh, you're going to pay the phone bill? Because, he volunteered to do that. And so we switched the phone over into her name. He basically turned off her phone. And, she had to get a new number because, I turned off her phone. So he literally turned off her phone. And so, you can't talk to me, you can't talk to nobody, was the vibes. So we got a whole new phone, which is perfect for me because now I'm like, cool, he has no way to contact you. He actually shot himself in the whole entire foot because you've been caring for this man for 15 years, 16 years. And now he can't even contact you, which is great for me because when he didn't have the ability to contact her, when she did turn her phone on and she received some of his messages that were threatening to me and my life and my well-being, enter her home. This man came, threw some stuff on the front yard, threw some cement on the stuff he threw on the front yard, left the doors wide open, and said, tell your number 2 daughter, aka me, to clean it up herself because she's an ASS. And she should be careful with her time here in Charlotte and should probably make her way back to Texas because somebody could be looking for her.
I'm
To
sorry.
knock her in the head.
I'm sorry. You're just not going to be threatening my daughter. Like, that's crazy.
Said, why the threats?
Because you're not in the will. So I just want to take us back to him being very upset that he's not in the will for not ever actually contributing anything to her. Like from the bare minimum of, I will take care of you while you are recovering. That's why you're not in the will, sir.
Mm-hmm. You already showed your ass. Like, it just, honestly, he became passive after that situation and then just could care less and then showed his ass decided to show his ass once somebody else gave him what he was already dishing out. Like, I don't know.
And all I did was I hung up the phone. Sorry, they're probably gone. You had 2 weeks to come and get them, and you're trying to call at 4 a.m. Like, this is so important.
Yeah,
like, you
he's reacting
can't
to
go to a library and check out a book, or you can't go get another book. Like, you can't do that because you could, or you could have actually just got your stuff when we gave you ample opportunity to get it. Anyway, so
he was just looking for an excuse.
I'm good now.
Basically,
Especially since
we're
he
done.
talked to my daughters the way he talked to.
Yeah.
It's okay when you talk to me because I'm used to it. And when you're in marriage, it's like till death do you part, through sickness and health and stuff like that. So I knew he was sick, meaning I think he was bipolar, having that's just my own nursing opinion.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to diagnose him. So therefore,
They
I
going through
left
one
it
of his
at that.
manic
It would go in
phases.
one ear and out the other. And so, but I should not have taken it. That's it. All these years, I should not have taken the verbal abuse.
Mhm.
And every time I go to him about it, abuses, I'm sorry, I'm okay, Well, that was the last I'm sorry that I'm going to hear, which
Mhm.
he didn't say it to me. He said it to our pastor.
Good, because at the end of the day, you don't deserve that. As sweet as you are, you need to be treated sweet as well all the time. And you know what's so crazy? You know how the guys be like, "Ooh, they don't make women like they used to." Yeah, you can't run over people. That's just not cool.
We have literal rights now.
Like you can't.
I don't have to stay with you.
Right, Hassan? I'ma
Women
just
have
every
rights,
time.
baby. We came a long way, baby, to get where we got to today.
Yeah. So I know, it did take us getting the type of communication that you have been unfortunately receiving throughout a decade and a half for you to kind of understand what is acceptable now. And as much as you might feel like, what is the point of dating now, or should I be dating? I know you have more life behind you than in front of you, but like, what do you feel like you have learned if you were to enter into like a future situation? Or like, I also am just curious, like, yes, it took us to kind of break this cycle, but like, what would you tell other people? Or like, how, I don't know what the question is,
I
but like,
don't know, because I don't even know what to look for. Like you said, I'm scared. Christian, I thought they were Christian. How they acting like this and they're Christian? Okay, looks doesn't matter because it's what's in here that counts. So I guess I have to look for the light inside the person and
Mhm.
not on the outside.
I'm really a fan of mutually beneficial relationships. So I feel like you are such a giver because you are taking care of everybody, which is why I felt like I needed to show up and take care of you because you're literally always taking care of somebody. And um, I I think that one thing that we could all do is make sure that we have mutually beneficial relationships around us. Like, and I think Jackie and we had a conversation at one point where it was like, I'm not trying to be tit for tat, but at some point, you have to start tracking what's happening to you because if you do not, when do you realize it's becoming unbalanced? Like, when do
Mhm.
you realize, like, oh my God, well, I know I wasn't trying to be like, well, I did this, so I'm expecting this, and then I'm going to do something else, and I'm expecting this. Like, but at some point, you need to put it into your awareness that, like, oh, this is a really unbalanced situation. So I just, I'm very much so in favor of looking at how you're benefiting from a relationship. If you don't feel like if you feel like you are giving more than you are receiving, then you need to take note of that. And I think that's really, I don't know, just genuinely important.
And as women, we are taught to just be givers, and not to expect anything in return because that is our God given right to just give and just be the nurturers. But at the end of the day, like you deserve someone to care for you as well. Like you're right when you said, "Hey, I gotta see the God in them." Character is very important. Like I used to focus on the wrong thing to try to be partnered up with someone like finances. Like, okay, well, maybe we can get some good sex and I can just, we could just do it, call it a day. We'll make it work at the end of the day. But character is so important. And then, I don't know, I think character makes someone even more attractive. So, well, I don't get with the finest men all the day.
She does.
Well, hold on now. That like I'm a little mugly, medium ugly. So
Medium ugly.
yeah, because I'm the bad bitch in this relationship. Okay, it's okay. That's just it. Like you just not gonna be cuter than me. That's
That
just
is
not gonna
so
be it.
funny.
I'm so
Cuter than me. I think he is cuter than me
I
anyway.
like to have equally matched, equally yoked relationships.
There are such things as like physical compatibility. And when I ask people what's my physical compatibility, everyone has their own different ideal of what I'm supposed to be with. But I don't know. I just whatever just be coming towards me, girl. I just gotta sift through. But you got a lot of time than you think you do.
Okay, thank you, God.
Yeah, even though my sister be having some dreams that like my mom be dying. I'm like, you can stop dreaming like
And
that,
I always
please.
say when one go out, one come in. So I'm like,
Who's having a
take
baby?
your time. Right. Who's having a baby?
It's not me. I'm not about to kill you off. Not anytime soon. I'm finishing the leaks right now.
So whether if it's like years, decades, months, weeks, minutes, every time, every increment of time is important. And every moment that you breathe, that shows I have another chance, So,
Just want God to forgive me for making that mistake so long and give me wisdom to watch the next one.
Well, God forgives you, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need wisdom to watch the next, to get the next.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all need some wisdom.
We
We all make some dumb mistakes. Hello, me.
Chat me.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate you sharing. It's been beautiful. Thanks for being vulnerable with us.
Yeah.
You're helping a lot of people because you are not alone in these relationships and interactions and trying to navigate life and find love and community. And you are a beautiful person. So, you deserve beautiful things.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. I hope I help somebody.
Yes.
Helping me, look.
Okay. Well, if you would like help, because we do help y'all, okay, we have an advice segment called Am I Just Being Extra? So feel free to send in a email to justextrapodcast@gmail.com to have your scenario be read on the podcast, and we can help you understand if you're being extra or not. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok while it's here. We are Just Extra _podcast. You can follow Jackie at All Things J, Jay. You can follow me, Erica, at Erica_stay ready. And we will catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
We're just being extra.